Hi, I'm Kellie King and I go by she, her. I've worked at Life Without Barriers for 8 years. I wanted to work with Life Without Barriers because I wanted to know that every day when I woke up and I went to work, I made a positive difference in the world. In my 8 years at Life Without Barriers, I've had 5 roles. I have worked as an area administrator in our child, youth and family sector. I have worked as a project officer in the disability reform team. I've worked as a senior project officer in the COVID response unit and the manager in the COVID response unit. I do believe that Life Without Barriers is a place where you can be promoted and grow into a career that you will love. My favourite part of the working day is definitely working with my colleagues. I work from home a little bit, so we definitely use Teams a lot to stay in contact. But my days in the office are by far my favourite, being able to connect with colleagues I've known for a long time and meeting new ones. Life Without Barriers has an access and inclusion plan, which helps us to follow the goals that we need to be an inclusive workplace. But even before we had that in place, we absolutely were an inclusive workplace, providing inclusive activities for staff and for clients. I can remember, lobbying to get a first aid room that could also be used as a prayer and breastfeeding area, a private breastfeeding space. And we have that now. And that really impresses me that the organisation has gone above and beyond and listened to staff and what they need to feel included whilst at work. So I absolutely receive perks working with Life Without Barriers. I am able to use the employee assistance program for a number of different items, from financial planning to health and wellbeing. I also am able to salary sacrifice through the Maxia program, and I get RDOs, which are rostered days off. Life Without Barriers listens. We listen to not only our staff group, but also the communities and the people we support. And by listening, we're able to be responsive and provide the supports that each of those groups require. Whilst Life Without Barriers is a national organisation and does work in all different places across the country, each team is its own little team, and they have their own little culture that they can support their clients with in a really beautiful way. Our big value on relationships is really the one that makes us able to support our clients in a one-to-one situation. Yeah, one of the really beautiful moments was in one of my first roles at Life Without Barriers. I worked in child, youth and family space, and I spoke to a cultural support officer who had just taken a young man who was visually and hearing impaired, and he had taken him out to a cultural immersion day. And this young man, who wasn't very reactive to many things, was given a possum skin, and he just rubbed his face in it, and the textures were so beautiful to him that he started to speak to people around him, and really it just brought out his personality and his emotions to the people around him. And I think that's a really beautiful difference that we would maybe have never gotten for that young man unless that had happened. And that's a really beautiful story that I really hold dear to me. I think the most exciting thing about working at Life Without Barriers is seeing the changes in people's lives every day, whether that's staff that we work with or people we support. We can see that all of the work we do, all of the hard work that staff put in, makes a huge difference in the world, and that's really important to me.